Hello everyone. I welcome all of you to my second session on using Python libraries. In the last class, I have discussed the concept of what is library, what is module, and also what is the structure of Python modules. So guys, we have also discussed how many ways that we can import the libraries. That is, what are the different ways that we have to import the modules. For example, we have studied to import the entire module. Yes or no? Yes, we have studied. And also we have studied how many ways that we can import the specific object of that particular module. So in today's class, I will show you the important concept that you should learn. So dear students, in today's session, I will help you to understand to create your own modules. Let me start with the concept today. Before that, I have some of the topics which I am going to discuss in this session. So the first one is, so what are the mathematical functions that we have, and also we have some of the string functions. I will discuss that before I go into the concept of how do I create the modules. So, and after that I have some standard library modules. So I will also discussing some of the standard library modules. Along with that, I will be helping you to create your own Python library. So after that, a structure of a package, procedure to create a package is what I will discuss. So these parts, whatever I am going to discuss, is very, very important. Probably you will get this part in the mid of the session. So please watch the beginning content also. So don't ignore the beginning content, and by looking at the beginning content, don't come to a conclusion that you know all these things. I will be starting the important topic in the middle of the session. So let me discuss, and also I will be discussing using or importing the Python library. So this is the agenda for this session that I am going to discuss. So stay tuned. Let me start with the first one. So guys, I have some of this mathematical functions. Why do I have this function OCT? In short, I will call it as a oct. So please observe. So this is a function. Inside this function, I will pass the integer. Inside this function, I will pass the integer. My integer number will be present here. So this function will give me the integer value. Is it? No. This function will give me the octal value. This function will give me the octal value is what you need to understand. So what is the next one that I have? I have hexa function. I have hexa function. So my dear students, again, if I pass the value, that is integer value, I will get a hexadecimal value as my output. That is what you need to remember. And then I have, what is this? Int. So whatever the number that you pass inside this function, so you will get the output as a integer. You will get the output as a integer is what you need to understand. Look at the screen, observe what is that I am speaking. So I have the next function, that is round. Please observe here, I have the number and I have n digits. Suppose if I have floating numbers, I should round up some of the values. How many values you should round up? Suppose for example, I have the floating point number like this. So I should round up this value. How many numbers you should round up? So that you will specify in n digits. Suppose if you want to specify 3 digits, so you will specify that in n digit. You'll specify that in the n digit. Suppose I have not mentioned this n digit value. How many numbers you should round up from this side? You have not mentioned. So what will happen? At that time? So this function will round up to the nearest integer. This function will round up to the nearest integer is what you need to understand. So let me give you a quick recap. So I have a function called OCT. Suppose if I pass any number, so the equivalent of this 10, okay? So for this 10, what is the equivalent of octal number? So that will be returned by this function. In the same way, I have hexa function. If I pass any number here, any integer number, the end result you will get is hexadecimal. So the same way I have integer and I have round. Round is to round up the value. So round is to round up the value from this side. Okay, you can specify how many values that you need to round up. Suppose if you don't specify, the nearest integer value you will get. The nearest integer value is what you will get, is what I would like to explain it to you. So moving on to the next one, the sum of the string functions. Just now I have discussed mathematical functions, and now we have string functions. Please observe, this is quite interesting. str in the sense your string, whatever the string that you have, so that is what I will call it as a str. Please observe, I am using dot. Str dot join is a function I am trying to explain now. Join is a function that I am trying to explain now. So guys, please observe, I have taken an example here. I have taken an example here. So what is that you have taken, sir? Imagine I have star dot join, to which I should join the star. That is what I have given in this hello. What is this function is doing? Please observe, it is placing the star after each and every character that I have in this string, okay guys, in this string. Please observe, this is my input and this is what my output if I use it like this. So that is the benefit of join function that you should remember. What is the next one that I have? Next example, please observe, I have given 3 stars. So what will happen? What function I am using? Dot join function I am using. So what is that I have given within the bracket? So I have given trial. Please remember. So for each and every letter, so whatever I have, each and every character, I will be placing the stars. Okay, I'll be placing the stars. This will be your output with respect to the string functions. Let me not waste your time much. Let me go to the next one. So I have dot split. What is the use of dot split? So please observe, guys, I love Python. Okay, do you love Python? Yes, I love Python. Okay, so I love Python dot split. What exactly my output is? Please observe, I'm converting the string into list. Okay, I'm converting the string into list. I'm separating the string into list, individual object. You can observe this bracket here. Do I have brackets? Yes. I'm treating each and every word as one object by converting it to the list. That is what you need to observe here with the help of split function. So what is the next function that I have? The next function is string.replace. Please observe, why do I use this function? Observe the example. If you just look at the example, guys, you need to look here. If you just look at the example, you will get the concept. Okay, I don't have to explain this. The statement speaks, right? So what is the string that I have? I have I love Python. I love Python dot replace. What is that I'm trying to replace? I have Python. I'm replacing this Python from programming. So guys, if I run this statement, my output will be I love programming. So this is how replace is working. So guys, here you need to observe. Here you have the Python already. You're trying to replace the Python from programming. Here you have Python. So your programming is replacing the Python. So that is what you need to understand. Moving on to the next concept, random module. You have a module called random. So I want to generate the random numbers with the help of the predefined functions. I have 2 functions. One is random functions, another one is randint. How many functions I have? If I want to generate the random numbers, yes, I have 2 functions. The first one is random function and the second one is random int. Please observe, if I want to generate the random numbers between 0.0 to 1.0, I will be using this function. Yes. Suppose if I want to generate the random numbers between the integers, for example, it can be 10 to 35. I just wanted to give the limit for this a and b. So here my number is 10 to 25. So my dear students, this function will give me the random numbers. This function will give me the random numbers between 10 to 25. So this is how these 2 functions are working, which is inside the random modules. Moving on to the next one, very important part. So let me start the beautiful important topic for all of you. Guys, all of you will be having how do they create their own libraries. The first and the foremost thing that you should remember with respect to the creation of your own libraries. Today we are here to discuss to create our own libraries and to add it to our Python programming language. Yes, how do I do it, sir? I will tell you simple 5 steps to all of you. Repeat these steps, recollect these steps and execute these steps. Let me start with the first one. What is that you have to do? The first step that you have to do is organize the structure of your library. What is the meaning of it, sir? Before you create it, so first you should know the blueprint of your library. What is the meaning? First of all, you should know what should be the root folder or what should be the root directory. Inside that root directory, how many subdirectories you want. Inside that subdirectory, how many subdirectories you want. That is what you have to plan. So first you need to organize the structure of the directory. So what is the meaning of it, sir? First you should know the hierarchy of the directory. So the meaning of this statement is, please listen to me carefully. I have a directory. Inside the directory, how many subdirectories will come? So that is what you need to plan, and which program will come in which subdirectory. All those blueprint you have to plan. For example, I have one main directory. Inside that main directory, how many subdirectories will come? So inside that subdirectory, so how many programs will come? So in which directory or in which subdirectory, which program that I should place? All this planning you have to do first. This is the first important step that you have to perform. After performing the first step, that you have planned properly, these many directories you will create, these many subdirectories you will create, these many modules you will create, all this planning you will do. Once you're done with the planning, the second most important thing that you have to do is the folder name should be same as your module name. I will repeat, the folder name should be same as your module name. Let us understand the very important topic, that is, how do I create my own library? The first and the foremost thing that I have to do is, first I have to decide the basic structure of your package. What is the basic structure, sir? What do you call the basic structure as? How exactly my folder hierarchy looks like is what I will call it as a basic structure. For example, I have the folder. Inside this main folder, how many subfolders I will have? So let me consider this as a main folder. Inside this main folder, how many subfolders I will have? Inside this subfolder, what are all the files that I should have? So these idea I should have priorly. So that is what I will call it as a basic structure of Python package. First of all, I should create all this blueprint is what I would like to tell you. Once I am ready with this, I will go to the next point. So what is the next point that I have? Create the directory structure having a folder with the name of the package. The directory name should have the same name as package. I will repeat, the directory name should be as a same name as a package. So that is very, very important. So guys, this is how I will create the directory structure. So what is the first thing that you will do? So you will organize, you will plan yourself. So what is the main folder that you want? Inside that main folder, so how many subfolders you will create? I will use a word called folder for you guys to make it understand. So that is what you will try to create, okay? So you will create a main folder. Inside that main folder, how many subfolders you will create? So all those planning you will do. So once you create these folders, so you will start naming it. The main folder name should be same as package name. The main folder name should be same as package name. That is very, very important. So that is what we need to understand in the second point. So fine. So you have created the main folder and also you have created the subfolders and also you have named the subfolders, okay? The name of the folder should be same as the package name. Name of the folder should be same as the package name. Then after that you will start placing all your Python files whatever you wanted to create, so as a predefined functions. So fine, all these things are done. So I have placed inside my directory completely. So what is the next important step that I have to do? I have to place a file. I have to place a file called init.py. I have to place a file called init.py in all the folders. Why should I have this init.py in all the folders? Because of this file. This is an empty file. You don't have to place anything in this Python file. You're not placing any code. This is an empty file. So inside this you will not have anything, but you will place this file in all the folders. You can observe here. Why should I have this file in all the folders? My dear students, please observe, because of this init file I will be able to access that particular module. I will be able to access that particular module. If I don't have this init file, I will not be able to access your module. So that is very, very important. So that is what I would like to explain it to all of you at this point of time. What is that? So please read out this. So create init.py files in the package and sub packages. So why should we create? So we created an empty file and saved it as init.py. So make sure that you have this underscore also. This is very, very important. And then copy this empty files to the packages and subfolders to make it accessible. What is that you wanted to make it accessible? You wanted to make this module as accessible. If you don't place this file, your modules will not be able to access by anybody. So that is very important. So fine, you have created the basic structure of your package, then you have created the directories and subdirectories, and the third step is you have created the init files and you have placed in all the folders. That is the third step. So why should we place this? So do I have anything inside this file? No, I don't have anything inside this file. This is an empty file and I will place it in all the directories and subdirectories to make it accessible. Now let us understand the procedure to create the packages. So first thing, what is that I have done? I have understood the basic structure of the package, that is directory structure. I know how many directories or subdirectories will come inside. I know all the complete information of it. So then what is the second step that I did? I gave the name. I gave the name for the directories. It should be same as a package name. Then after that, what is the third step that I did? So in the third step, I created an empty file in the name of _init_.py. So that is init file which does not contain anything, and I placed it in all the folders. That is the third step that I did. What is the fourth one? Come on, tell me, what is the fourth one? I have to link or I have to associate my library with a Python installation. How do I do that? I have the library, I have to associate it with the Python installation. So for that, my dear students, I have to find the path of site packages. I have to find the path of site packages. So what is the site packages? Site packages is a folder. I have to find the path of the site packages. Inside the site package, I have to place my folders. Inside the site packages, I have to place my folders. If you place the folders inside the site packages, you can access your library. You can import your modules. Sir, I don't know what is the path of site packages. I don't know the path of site packages. Suppose for you guys, if you don't know the path of site packages, guys, you have to import. You have to use an import statement, that is import system. That is SYS, import system, and then after that print sys.path. Print sys.path will give you the path of your site package. Will give you the path of this site package. Observe this. Will give you the path of this site package. So inside this folder, please place your directories. Please place your directories. After placing your directory inside this path, guys, you can import your library. You can import your library. How do you import? So you will use the same import statement. You will give the same import statement and the name of the library that you have created. So this will help you to create your own libraries. So start creating your own libraries. So dear students, please don't wait. So keep your own libraries, start creating your own libraries. The people should enjoy using your libraries. So with this, dear students, I have discussed what is library, what is module, what is the structure of the modules, inside module what I will have. So along with that, I have discussed what is mathematical functions, what is string functions. Along with that, the important topic that I have discussed to all of you is how do you create your own directories or how do you create your own library. So what is the first step? So you will plan up, so what should be the structure of the library, and the second one, you will name the folder name as the same as the library name or the package name, and the third one, you will place the init file in all the subdirectories. In the fourth step, so you will find the path of the site package and then you will place your created library inside that, and then you will start using your own library. With this, I complete the concept of libraries. So I will meet you guys in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye.